Hello. Are you going to be able to talk? Or
I need to turn that on.
I don't think so. I think we left it off last time. We'll get this shared. Okay. All right. I feel like we're far apart today. Do you feel like we're far apart?
No.
Hello. I see there are people on here, so tell us hi, and if we don't know you, can you let us know where you're from?
You're not trying to load a video or anything, right?
No,
Or
not this week. The internet should be much better this week, guys, because I'm not trying to upload a video to YouTube in the background. Hi, is it Loma Acres Homestead? Oh, cool, Ohio. I've never been to Ohio.
Yeah,
You have?
I have.
Where were you at? Do you remember where in Ohio?
Is that where I went for that training?
I think
Is that
so.
the state?
I'm pretty sure, but you don't remember the city.
I think it was near Cleveland.
Okay. Okay, good.
That's been like 12 years ago.
Okay, so this guy right here, before he did any sort of farming, except we had chickens back then, I guess, probably,
Yeah.
went to appliance repair school in Ohio.
Madison, maybe?
It was Madison, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah.
It was a long drive. And I got stuck in West Virginia on the way
Oh,
back.
it was bad.
Yeah.
It was a bad time.
Yeah.
Because he was stuck in like this blizzard thing.
On the interstate.
On the
On the
interstate.
interstate for 15 hours. So.
Yeah, he said it was like, I mean, major disaster situation. Like babies, old people in cars. Yeah. You could not go anywhere. There was a tractor trailer that had like jackknifed or something. Yeah. Anyways, shut down the interstate for like 24 hours or something like that. Nobody could go anywhere. Nobody could get in to help anybody. It was like bad situation.
Yeah.
So
it was a long time ago, like 12 years ago.
No, it was
2010.
I was pregnant with Sydney, so it was 9 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. A little over 9 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have you.
Yeah, it was crazy. Luckily, I had some food and some water in the car with me, so I was giving that out to lots of people. But yeah, there was like people with infants and elderly people, and it was like 15 degrees. So you had to sit there and run your car and cut it off and run your car and try to sleep. And yeah.
It was a bad time.
Yeah. Met some nice people though. They I guess we were in it together, but we ended up figuring out how to turn around and drive on the shoulder on the wrong side of the road until we could get to an exit. And then they let me stay with them in their hotel room that night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about all that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while ago.
Hi, the busy little
house right there.
Busy little house.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about tonight?
Okay, so first of all, we have a lot of trolls in here tonight, so I'm gonna have to be busy checking. I don't know if for whatever reason I'm gonna have to be busy checking the chat so I can get rid of people. Hopefully they're done. Okay. Do you want to? I will definitely handle that. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's hard to concentrate on what I'm saying when I'm having to like read every single thing. So what I wanted to talk about first off was we did our big YouTube meetup in Asheville this weekend, and it was so much fun. We started off, we hung out at Justin and Rebecca Rhodes' house for a little while. Did you say Rhodes's or Rhodes?
Rhodes.
I do. I know it's not supposed to be ES.
Or a Z. There's no Z.
Anyways. So we hung out at the Rhodes house.
Yeah.
For a little while. We helped, or you helped, with the castration of some pigs that he had just gotten. And yeah, it was a fun time. Kids played together. We ate together, and they are wonderful hosts.
Yes,
and we had a great time. We were talking. We just went out to eat for a date tonight, and like my stomach is gurgling right now because it was great, but it was not great. You know what I mean? And we were talking about the food that we ate there, and we're like, we could go for that again instead.
Yeah. Really good.
So anyways, and then so from there we went to our YouTube meetup, and so there were so many people, and I'm gonna forget some of the channels, but we went to the meetup with Justin and Rebecca, Art and Bree, Jason and Lorraine, which usually they pop in here too, so I don't know if they're on here tonight, but from Sow the Land, Meg and Ben Holler, and then us, and then Seth, that's right, Seth from Land to House. And there were several other channels there too. I can't even talk tonight. There are several other channels there that I'm kind of like a hypocrite because I don't know people.
It was the 180 degrees from average.
Right. Ethan and Sarah from 180 degrees from average were there. I know this is the first meetup we've ever been to. Hi, Swampy Acres. So this was really a neat experience we were like hosting the thing, and it's the first meetup we had ever been to, which I felt better because Brianna said that this was the first meetup they had ever gone to too. So that was nice. We're doing good. How are you doing? But there were several other channels. Honest Open Permaculture. Yeah. Y'all go give him a follow. He's a super nice guy. If you haven't yet. Let's see. Oh.
Yeah, he was nice to talk to.
Yeah, him and his wife. And there were several other channels, but I wasn't familiar with them either. But like I said, I don't watch YouTube, so y'all might know them, but I don't even remember names or anything. Yeah. But it was so fun. It was like, it was just fun to get to talk to people, and then like people who have actually watched your videos, and they come up to you and they're like, I loved it when you did this, or this is my favorite video you've done, or when you did this in this video, what did you mean, or what happened? And I was just like, oh wow, people are paying attention. So it was fun. And yeah, it's just like, I just love community. I just get really excited about community, and thank you for posting his channel. And yeah. So what else do you want to say about the meetup?
It was super windy.
It was really windy. I don't know if it was windy where you were, but like all of North Carolina was like blowing away yesterday. Yeah. So
the porta john blew over out there. That was funny. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
We showed up in
we had rented a shelter. All these families that went in together had rented the shelter. And I remember Rebecca saying, we're getting a shelter near the bathrooms. And we get there, and Adam's like, where's the bathroom? And who was it?
I don't know.
Someone said, I think it's turned over out there. Like all the porta johns were turned over. But it was just a short walk to like the real bathroom. So it was okay. Yeah. But anyways. Oh, that's so cool. Was there something at Layman's last weekend? Because I kept seeing like, well, I saw at least one person saying they were headed to Lehman, so I didn't know if they had like an event or something. We've never been, have we?
Is that in Ohio?
I think so.
Yeah.
Turned over potties on us.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation. Yeah, we've never been
No,
to
I've never
Lehman's,
been.
but we hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Doug and Stacy were there.
Oh yeah, I remember them saying something about going there.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to meet them. Had you met them before? That's cool. They said they only have 8 videos up, but that happened to them last weekend. Like people knew their stuff. You know, it was really cool. We thought, you know, we're there with our friends. We're just like, you know, the tag-alongs. We were just there with, you know, the Rose and Art and Bree and everybody, and we're just like, you know, we'll just be here to like support y'all, and we'll be here to watch your kids and like, you know, stuff like that. And they're like, no, believe me, people are gonna know who you are. And I was really surprised at that. So thank you. If you came to the meetup, thank you for coming. Thank you for talking to us and encouraging us. That really did. It was a big encouragement. It was just like, oh wow, people are paying attention to what we're doing and it matters. So I fanboyed completely out. Oh, why did they get rid of that? Why did they get rid of that video? I'm always surprised to hear why YouTube does not like certain videos.
Yeah.
Hi, Lewis. I guess it's Lewis.
Does that happen a lot?
That they
from people you know, does that happen a lot? Does it?
Yeah. Either they get deleted or they get demonetized and they have to be appealed and all that kind of stuff because there will be similar videos out there that are not taken away. So they actually say we removed it. That's so weird.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting game.
Yeah.
The YouTube thing. It's hard to figure out sometimes, but
yeah. It's nice meeting people though. That's a huge benefit of having a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Meeting people and talking with them and getting new ideas and hearing what other people are doing, like real people who are actually, you know, doing the things that we want to do. So that's pretty cool. Yeah,
I agree. So we couldn't stay in Asheville last night. We're actually about 3 hours away from Asheville. So we couldn't stay last night, so we had to get back. Sorry, I'm trying to read too. Oh, cool. Well, I will have to watch that then.
Yep.
And when this is over, I always go back and I sub to all of our commenters in our chat who we aren't already subbed to. So y'all do the same. We love to support each other and build each other up. And that's a really great way if you're already on YouTube to do, just to go and watch videos from other people that you meet in the chat. So, but we had to get back last night. So we got home at like 11 last night. And it was.
I think you should go back and say, a little bit ago you said you didn't watch YouTube. I think you should, because you do watch YouTube.
I do watch YouTube for people that I know.
I guess when you said it, it just sounded like you don't watch it at all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like anti-YouTube or I never see YouTube at all. I just don't have time. Like I really honestly don't have time to just sit there and like binge watch anything. Yeah. But I get the notifications on my phone. Like if I'm subbed to you, I get them on my phone. And especially if it's someone that I've interacted with before personally, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll check that out. But
it's easy to listen to while we're riding and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that.
The kids watch.
The kids watch YouTube more than I do, but thank you.
Sorry, you were talking about something.
Now I'm just reading. Yeah. Okay. So we got back really, really late last night, and we are early people. Like right now is usually the time we're in the bed about to go to sleep because we're like really old souls or something, and we like to go to bed at like 8, 9. So, so coming home at 11 o'clock after we've been talking nonstop to people the entire day yesterday, I was worn slap out today. Like, but we couldn't be worn out because we
had our first farmers market day.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine, his family, and us started a little market here close by, and today was our first day. So we picked some of our fresh produce and eggs and honey, and met some of the community, our local community, which was nice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, super busy. We were up before daylight, harvesting vegetables, and cleaning them up, and getting ready, loading the van. It was fun though. It was worth it.
It was fun. Yeah.
I'm ready for next Saturday.
Yeah. We'll be there every Saturday now.
Yeah. We started. Can't stop now.
Can't stop now. Yeah. People are like, "Are you going to be here every week?"
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. It's nice when people are expecting us already.
Yeah.
It's our first day, and they're like super excited.
Yeah.
Everybody was stopping by and was really excited to see us there.
Yeah.
And it's a really good spot. It's actually at a convenience store. It's like a really popular convenience store by the lake. There's a pretty popular lake about 10 minutes from our house. And so with summer coming on, there's a ton of people that pass through that convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to grow some watermelons, cantaloupes.
Yeah. Everyone wants honey.
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants.
Yeah.
So we've been doing lots of bee videos.
Yeah.
I posted one this morning, I think, on splitting hives. He's been doing that lately, trying to make more bees so we can have more honey to sell. And yes, we're in North Carolina. Are you in Australia? That's pretty cool. So, and Canadian. I didn't realize you were in Canada. That's cool. We love Canada. I'm ready to go back to Canada. It's off the subject, but I'm ready to visit Canada again. He would love to go up there in like the dead of winter, probably, just to see what that's like. But oh, hi! We were just talking about you, Honest Open Permaculture. We linked you, or our friends, the Busy Little House, linked you so that people can go and sub to you and watch your videos too. Yeah. Oh, Thailand! Awesome. Thanks for coming all the way from Thailand. I don't even know what time it is in Thailand, but that's pretty cool.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow.
You're welcome.
12 hours ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can let us know. And thank you guys for the blessings and congratulations on the market day that we had today. We're excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be super busy. Like, we're not really sure how we're going to keep up when summer comes on, but we'll give it our best shot.
Mm-hmm. It's Sunday, 8:20 a.m. already.
Hey, I was close.
That's awesome. Yep, you were close. Cool. It's fun. Be talking to people that are in tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird, like cyber. Yeah. Like we're getting lost in cyberspace or something. Yes, it is going to be busy and fun. Also, next weekend, the other part of the busyness is I'm going to be gone all weekend. So I'm not going to be able to help. He's going to have the kids by himself. So they're going to be setting up and tearing down and selling together. And I'm going to be in Pinnacle, North Carolina I have no idea how you pronounce it, but I've heard people say the Jamoki Marketplace is how you say it. But it's going to be it's a really beautiful, like lawn, or I guess it's like a park. It's like a big park. And they have like Pilot Mountains in the background. So it's just a really beautiful setting, and it's just out in the open. So I hope
I'm sorry.
I hope the weather's good. Yeah, that's true. That's funny. You're funny. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I don't know where that name came from. I think it's actually a park. I think it's like it's called the Jamoki, but it's like spelled like Jamoakia or something like that. But I don't know. I heard people say Jamoki because we're from North Carolina, so we just have to shorten it and make it sound really southern. It's probably it's probably not supposed to be like that. But so I'll be there for 2 days, both days next weekend while he's here, and so that'll be fun, but really crazy and wild.
So we've been putting in a water line today. I have one of my big projects this year is getting water to all our pastures. And so we've got a huge tank that I put in. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
I think it's 2 years. Yeah.
We put I lost my train of thought. It's just a big tank, big water tank on top of the hill, and ran a pipe from our well to the tank, and then from the tank back down to the pastures and the garden. And so I've been working on that today after the market. Got water. I ran about 800 feet of pipe over to our other pasture. Got water there for our little meat chickens. So,
yeah. Busy.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. Running that pipe sounds like a lot, but it took me like 30 minutes to put it's like two rolls of pipe and a few fittings, and now we have water all the way over there.
Yeah. He's a former plumber also, so these things help. Like he's got all these skills, like
that's true. Yeah.
All these previous jobs that he's had, he's learned all these different things. That's why it makes farm life easier, really, because he can kind of figure out how to do things. And I don't know if the market's gonna. I think so. There's thousands of people that are interested in it on Facebook, anyways, for the event, but I think she said there's like over 100 vendors, so it sounds pretty big to me. So I hope it'll be good. Donating swarm of bees. She called and boxed me. Where would you recommend I go to buy some bee utensils?
If you'll check out Stony Ridge Farmer, I think you might live close to where he does. And he mentioned someone the other day that he buys this equipment from. I can't remember who he mentioned, but it sounded like it was pretty close to where he lived. But I've gotten our stuff from Brushy Mountain in the past, which is near Wilkesboro, I believe. It's a little bit of a ride, but that's where I've gotten my stuff.
That's the biggest bee supply place in anywhere in North Carolina, maybe even beyond North Carolina. I don't know. So I think a lot of people buy from there.
Yeah.
But
they're pretty expensive, though.
But you might want to support someone local if you can find the local person.
Yeah.
We have someone, I think, local now, don't we?
Yes.
In Albemarle or somewhere. Yeah, right, someone that does bee supply stuff.
He's just reselling stuff.
He's reselling. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Some of it. So, yeah. Yeah, free bees. That's nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yep. We got some freebies this week too.
Yeah. And we have filmed that. I have not gotten that up yet, but
you better get on that.
Well, I've got too many videos to edit right now. I want to get the meetup video from this weekend. I want to get that up tomorrow. So I'm hoping in the morning I'll have that up. But then after that, he was doing some beekeeping at night because a swarm of bees happened to land in some honey supers that were out there under our shed, and he discovered them at night. So it was like his first beekeeping at night experience.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun. And then after that, we did a gardening.
Yeah.
We did.
I was giving away a bunch of bees.
You're cracking me up tonight. Yeah. You get bees and you get bees. then we have a gardening video that I haven't edited. That's actually from last week, but it'll tie into, you know, what we're harvesting and that kind of thing, so we can show it. And then we moved today. We filmed us moving our meat chickens out to pasture for the first time. They left their little brooder, and now they're off exploring the world.
Yep. It's a huge world out there, isn't it?
Yeah. So, so we filmed that.
I hope they do okay tonight. It's always a little nerve-wracking the first couple of nights.
Yeah.
They're still pretty small.
Yeah.
They're only two weeks old.
But you said they haven't had a heat lamp for a week, maybe?
Yeah, I only kept it on for a week.
Yeah. So I don't know what the temp's supposed to be tonight, but
yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah. And then our friends who bought half of our chickens are coming to pick them up tomorrow. Yep. So we've got what, 45, something like that for ourselves.
Yeah.
Which
after the market today, we need like 45 a week, I think. That would be a job, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm horrible at gardening too. Well, I wouldn't say horrible at gardening. I don't know anything about gardening, so I'm trying to learn from him. And he's just passionate about it. He doesn't have a whole long experience necessarily. It's just he's really passionate about it, and he loves gardening, and so he's just learning all he can and likes to practice. And so that's the best way to learn, I guess, is just to do it and try things and see what works. And he used to just use the tractor because that's what he was, that's really how a lot of people are brought up doing gardening. And just the last year or so, he's tried not to use the tractor and to try different things. And so
plus traditional, I don't know if traditional is the right word, but at least the way most people do gardening around here is you have just a month or so of harvest. So you put everything in around Easter here, mid-April, and then you're harvesting in July. You get all your beans, all your tomatoes, all your squash, pretty much at the same time. And I would really like for us to have stuff coming off all the time. So it seems like it's been easier to do that with mulching instead of tilling.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just not familiar with a lot of stuff. So Jess at Roots and Refuge, she's really good at explaining things too, to make it make sense. So I like watching some of her explanatory videos about what are heirlooms and all that kind of stuff, because that makes sense to me. But I love that idea of having a food forest that has harvest at all different times. Yes. So yeah, she does. She's a sweetheart. What else we got going on? Our baby goats are doing good. They were not nursing out of one side. So that was not expected. They were only, both of them, the twins, were nursing on one side of her, so he had to start milking her on the other side. But now that they're almost a week old, they finally figured it out, I think, and they're nursing both sides now.
Yeah.
So that's helpful, because we didn't want her to get mastitis or anything like that. So we just thought it was strange that they were both nursing on the same side. Anyways, but they're doing good. We got 2 little bucklings. If you didn't see that video, they're really, really cute. They both look very different from each other, don't they? One looks like straight up Nubian.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep him, I think. Or this plan anyways. We've already named him, so we're keeping him.
Yeah.
And the other one, I don't know. You okay?
Yeah. Baxter.
Yeah. That's another funny story.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
So
Yeah, they look different.
They look different.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one looks like, but he looks like
They
a
look
mutt.
similar. It's just his colorings are different.
Yeah, his colorings are different. And he's smaller. But it might just because he's a twin or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're both really, really cute, and they're both doing really well. So excited about them. Hopefully we can start milking her when they get a little bit older and start using her milk.
Mm-hmm.
That's our first dairy animal. We're contemplating getting a dairy cow.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous. We've never had.
Yeah. She has horns.
Oh gosh.
I didn't tell you that, did I?
No. I think I heard you talking about it today, but no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to figure it out, won't we? That's funny. And what was I going to say? It was something about goats.
You were going to talk about the rabbits.
Oh, the rabbits. So his back is hurt, and he believes it's because he spent his morning crawling under a bush in the backyard. It's like it's yellow bell. Is that what it's called? It's a yellow bell bush, but it is humongous.
Yeah.
And because all 4 of our baby meat rabbits got out this morning, and so he poked his head in the kitchen. He said, "Are the kids up yet?" And I was like, "No, why?" And he said, and he opened the door, and I saw rabbits running around the backyard. I was like, "Oh gosh!" So I went and got our oldest up, and she was on fire. She loves to be. She does not like to wake up, but she loves to be awakened to a farm chore that's fun like that. Go chase the rabbits in the backyard, and so she was on it. Didn't take her a second to get out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And she was crawling up under there with you, but he's a lot older than her.
Oh yeah.
and so he messed his back up. Ever since then, he's been really.
It's just pulled a muscle.
Yeah, he's been kind of. Hi, Lorraine. We were talking about you at the beginning about our meetup. Yes, heart of a farm girl for sure.
It was kind of funny though.
It was really hilarious. If y'all follow us on Instagram, I did Insta stories this morning from the rabbit chasing. So you'll have to go check that out if you watch our Instagram page.
There's a lot of Insta stories up there today.
Yes, I've done a lot today. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Oh, she said she's making the fermented carrots that we had yesterday.
Oh man, those are great.
He was just talking about that at supper. Oh, sorry. He was just talking about that at supper. He said all of those fermented foods were amazing, and I did not even get any of them. I don't know what my problem was.
Yeah.
I might have eaten the carrot. I think I ate the carrots. Maybe that's the only thing I ate.
Well, I ate your part. I had 3 helpings.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Jason. Yes. Same here. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot. I hate that we live 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
So anyways.
It's not too far.
It's not too far. And that's the good thing about being in the center of North Carolina is we can pretty much get anywhere within 2 to 3 hours in the state. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
We can't keep up with all the platforms. I know. I just enjoy Instagram. That's why we're on Instagram, really.
Yeah.
That's when we started Farm Life Outfitters, our apparel brand. That was 3 years ago almost that we started, and I really started on Instagram. That was where I felt led to really build a following and start trying to sell our products. And it did really, really well. I reached out to a lot of people. That's actually how I met Jessica Sowards for the first time. That was way before. I talk with my hands. I'm about to knock stuff over. What are you doing?
That's all stuff.
Okay. that was way before she had YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And we actually were friends on Instagram and did some collaboration on Instagram. So that's how we knew each other. And so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I love Instagram. That's my favorite platform, I think.
Mm.
I love doing Insta stories. It's easy. You don't have to edit it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy watching other people's. That's the platform that I use a lot just to catch up with other people is Instagram. So anyways, I don't enjoy Facebook. I'm on there, but I don't enjoy it. Facebook is becoming more and more difficult to use, in my opinion, because at least for me, I don't know if this is for other business owners, but we have a business page, and they make it hard on business owners to get their things seen, their posts seen, and also to follow up with people. Like I don't get notifications when people, and this has been for months, and I've updated. So I don't think it's like I have an old version or whatever, but like I don't get updates when people like leave comments on my pictures and stuff like that. I just have to go and check what I've done in the past 24 hours to make sure I'm not missing comments or questions or whatever. So I don't enjoy Facebook, but we are there. So,
I'm not there.
He's not there. Well, you were there tonight when you were using the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I was.
So you're a hypocrite.
It's the only time I would use it.
For the Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you have to show me how.
Yeah. I mean, I think Facebook, which in my analytics for my website for farmlifeoutfitters.com, we get the most traffic from Facebook than from anywhere else. So I'm like, well, I got to keep it, and for local things, Facebook is very helpful.
Yeah.
Because local people see it.
Mm-hmm. It's quick. It's quick news.
Yeah.
Quick whatever.
People are always on Facebook. I mean, it's the most, it's the most used social media platform. So you have to be there if you're running a business. It's kind of like the necessary evil. But anyways,
I'm considering getting my own Instagram.
Yes, I think you should.
Yeah.
Did you not do that already tonight?
No, I tried.
You tried?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we officially named our farm.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. We should probably sign up for it before we tell everybody what our name is.
What does that mean?
We should probably.
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to say.
We officially named our farm.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to say it is.
But I guess it's not official, is it?
It's not Instagram official because you haven't signed up for one yet.
I guess I should do that.
Like right now while we're talking?
No.
Oh. All right. Oh. Good to see you too. It was nice to meet you yesterday. All the private groups too. Yes. And we have a private group on Facebook, and that has been really, I actually think that's where my traffic's coming from.
Yeah.
We have a group called Friends of Farm Life Outfitters, and it's a closed group, so you have to ask to join. And so I really think that's been a great place just to meet people, and people that are really invested in our business and really interested in what we're doing stay in that group. I mean, you can leave groups if you don't want to be in there. Mm-hmm. So they choose to stay in there. We've got a couple thousand people in there. And when I do sales, or I do like coupon codes that are just for them or whatever, those are the guys that really buy from us. So it's good. It's good in that way.
And we you give away free stuff there too, don't you?
Yeah.
You've done that in the past.
Yeah, we do giveaways, and and if like we have some printing issues, like if we have some misprints from our screen printer or anything like that, then I'll do like a seconds or like a imperfection sale in there, and those are the people that already love our stuff and they're already familiar with it, and they're like, I don't care if it's like, the wrong color, if it's a little sideways or whatever, like they just love to buy stuff to support us. And so I really do appreciate our people in our group, for sure. But Facebook as a platform is just not super easy right now. But anyways, if I didn't have
keeping the weeds out of the garden.
But that's more fun, right, than using Facebook, probably. Yes, both are good to have for exposure. Yeah, that's true. And I teach courses on these things, so it's not like I can give them up.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've learned them pretty well, how they work and what to do and what not to do. But it's always changing. Social media is always changing, and it's always going to, and that's fine. Why don't you put all the, like, we can't see ourselves now?
It's better like this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. He moved the, it's fine, just leave it. He moved the,
better.
No, I don't really care to see myself. But he moved the chat. Oh gosh, now we can't see her. Okay. Okay, this is better. We can't see us at all now. We just see the chat. So it's like we're actually just talking to you instead of talking to ourselves. Well, I see what you're doing, but I didn't agree with it at first because it wasn't normal. You
don't do very well with change, do you?
No, I don't. Well, I'm a very complicated person. I am, because I like change. But I don't. I like change, but when I get in a groove of something, it's like really hard for my mind to switch gears. Yeah. That's the 5 in me. Are you guys at all into the Enneagram? Because I can't stop talking about the Enneagram. I mean, I'm a number 5, all the way 5. Like, so cannot deny it.
What's the 5?
So the 5 is the thinker, or the what do they call it in the book? It's not the thinker, it's something else.
I don't remember. I can't remember the numbers.
Okay. Let me look it up real quick. But it's the person that thinks things to death.
So you got to explain the Enneagram.
I've got to explain the Enneagram?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Lorraine's a 1.
Are you? Where is that? Who does it say that? I'm a 1, but I don't believe it. It has to be wrong. I think you're a 1. I think he's a 1. He thinks he's a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a slob. That's funny. So let me tell you.
You mean look it up?
Well, I can't do this is the number 5 in me also. I can't do several things at one time. Okay. Well, this is calling it the Observer. In our book, it's not called the Observer.
Let me just go get the book.
Sure. Okay. He's going to go get the book.
What?
That's funny. Jason is a 9. Okay. I can see that. So you two are probably kind of like opposites attract kind of thing. I mean, I see that y'all are similar, but that he is more like go with the flow, don't want to upset anything. Like, I can adjust to whatever comes my way.
She's a 9.
Yeah. And she is a 1. And so she's more like things have to be done this way, you know? And there is, we're from North Carolina, JR. So if you're super creative, then you might be a 4. The 4 is the artist. Oh, me?
The investigator.
The investigator. That's what the book calls us. Number 5 is the investigator. This is, I just Googled it, and it says the observer. 5s are mental types who focus on intellectual understanding and accumulating knowledge. They are often scholars or technical experts because of their keen perception and analytical ability, which I am not. But 5s are they're introverted. They need time to process. This is the book we're talking about. And I can leave if you're at all interested, I can leave a comment later with the link to that book. But as a 5, I need space to think. So if you're going to come to me with some sort of question or I actually had this happen this week. It's kind of funny because I'm like, oh, I'm living my 5 status, but just 5s are usually the people who are unbiased. They like to see the whole picture of something before they give their opinion or advice. So so if a friend comes and says, hey, I know you're unbiased, I want to find out what you think really about this, then usually if it's me, I'll be like, all right, let me think on this and I'll get back to you. And I always do. Like it always takes me a day or two to process things. Some people feel like um, 5s are unemotional because it takes them a while even to process their emotions. So if something really sad has happened, like to a family member or something, I'm usually not the one to like immediately just like break down or whatever, but it'll take me a few days, and if it's really like burdensome, then it'll just weigh on me, and it'll come out slowly and quietly or whatever. But I'm not like just, really emotional all the time, like in the moment or whatever. That's more of a 4 thing. 4s are pretty emotional up and down. They get really high and they get really low. They're very creative people. We should do a whole thing. I feel like I'm an expert at the Enneagram, but I'm really not. But we should do like a whole live stream on the Enneagram because it's really, really fascinating.
Yeah.
And once you start studying it, you start seeing everyone as a number, and it really helps it helps you interact with people. Like Lorraine, I'm just going to say, like yesterday when we were
put her on the spotlight.
No, but I wasn't studying her. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like yesterday when we were in that group of people who, like we've interacted with you and Jason. I feel like I know y'all the best, and the Hollers. Like we've done a lot of interacting. I've been friends with Rebecca, but I haven't been around her in person a lot. But it was like just sitting there, my mind was already thinking numbers, like who is what. I was, so it was just funny. I'm not going to call them out and say what number they are, but
Lorraine was a 1.
I can, yeah.
Really?
I'm glad she said that because I was like, I think you're a 1.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's really interesting, I think.
Yeah. It helps communicate too. Like I'm reading this book also, and it helps with my job,
Yeah, he manages several people.
Yeah, I'm a people manager, so it helps to understand why people do what they do, so that you can help them or whatever, communicate.
I think I'm so just go with the flow. Yeah, you're such a 9, Jason. But I think I really, he's a strange combination because I think Adam is a 1 with a 9 wing, because I don't think you like to upset people. Like you like to kind of like, he's like a 1. You're complicated. I don't really think you are, because he's a 1 in that he holds people at a high standard, and he holds himself at a high standard. And when he disappoints himself, or when other people disappoint him, that's when he gets angry or emotional, or like just, like he doesn't talk. He kind of just, but at the same time, he can be very like free, like go with the flow. He can, like, I am more of a 1 at some points than he is, because I'm like, no, things have to be done a certain way. Yeah. There are certain processes or whatever. And he's just like, who cares? So I've been thinking about you, and I'm like, thinking
I'm not a 1.
I'm thinking he's like either a 1 or a 4. Like in some ways, I think you're a 4.
I have no idea.
Okay. I haven't figured him out yet, and I'm married to him, but I figured all y'all out. But
I think I'm a 1.
I do think you're a 1. I do. Yes, Lorraine said you and her are the same. Maybe you've seen that in him too. I don't know. But what part of the 1 are you? Like, Like, what did you identify with the most when reading the book about the one?
I honestly can't remember. I have to read it again.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like want to read it again.
Moved on to the other numbers and forget about.
Yeah, I was really high, I think, on an 8 also, which is kind of strange. Well, I know. I listened to a podcast called the Enneacast, and I've heard people on there that say that they are like 5 personality, but they scored high on 8 also. We haven't taken a test. We've just read the book. So I know a lot of y'all probably have taken, hi, Happy Sabbath. I know y'all have probably taken an online test. Oh, yes, I think, okay. They said they did something like that before they got married. I think I really think this is something that everyone should read and kind of be aware of. I think it helps you to really sympathize with other people or empathize with other people, and yeah. So
I guess this whole page.
Oh, what it's like to be a 1?
Yeah.
Because you like, were you like, oh yeah, I'm all those things?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ones have a hard time stopping work.
Yeah.
Like ones are like workaholics.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable when I try to relax. There's too much to be done.
You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm like,
yeah.
I have to. Like, we were just talking about that on the way to dinner tonight. It's like I've learned myself enough about myself in the past like year or two to know my limitations, to know when I've interacted with too many people and I need to retreat. And that's like the 5 introvert status right there. It's like, you know, 5s don't have to be like necessarily against going out in public or talking. Like I teach classes, like I'm a public speaker.
I'm sorry.
You always interrupt me.
Sorry about that.
And I get so distracted.
It's just funny. It's one of the rings making sauerkraut and carrots.
I didn't know what you were laughing at. That's so funny. Oh, she loved the grapevine video that you did. Happy Sabbath. So
awesome.
Okay, I lost my train of thought, but so I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might be a 5 with a 6 wing. 6s are a little more social than 4s are, but 4s can be too. So I don't know. I'm not really sure yet.
6 is a loyalist.
Yeah, which is what the original one I thought I was until I read the book and I was like, oh, I'm a 5. But anyways, I could talk about the Enneagram all night. Like I cannot.
Yeah.
Like anyone that I'm friends with, like especially if I've been friends with them for a while and I don't mind like annoying them to death, I'll say, hey, can you read this book so that we can talk about it? Because I really want to talk about it. Yeah. So yeah, but type 8 that I'm also feel I identify with is a I don't know what the word is for the 8, but it's a more confrontational, like things are black and white. They are more vocal about their opinions. The challenger. Okay, so that makes sense. And in the book, he says you need to think back, not necessarily to your present state and age that you are, but think back to your like 20-year-old self before you kind of had to tone down your personality just to fit in society. Just like, does that make sense? Like,
I remember him saying that.
Yeah, but it makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me that as you get older, you kind of have to repress a little bit of your natural personality just because you have to work, you have to be in community with people, and sometimes you're afraid that when your personality comes out, people are going to not want to be in community with you or not want to work with you or whatever. but as a 20-year-old, I remember my 20-year-old self, and I was definitely a number 8 as a 20-year-old. I don't ever remember being like 5-ish as a 20-year-old, like needing to retreat or taking a long time to think about things. It was all black and white to me. And the challengers will also like really take up for people like that are the underdogs or whatever, people that are, like different belief systems or, whatever. They're the ones that will defend people, I guess, is what I'm saying. And so that used to be me for sure when I was younger. So it made sense to me when I heard on a podcast that a lot of 5s are also very,
8-ish.
8-ish. I don't know how to say that. And it's late.
So who come up with this Enneagram thing? Do you have any idea? Because these people didn't.
It's old. I mean, it's like old. Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember the whole backstory to it, but it's been studied for hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm not like a quick on the draw kind of person. I'm the one that will have a conversation with you and then we'll go home and think for 2 hours on what I should have said to you in that conversation.
I think we all have every number. You can
identify with every number in some way, but you're just really going to be strong in one area. And I've done the Myers-Briggs. Someone said something about Myers-Briggs. I did that a long time ago too, and I don't even remember what I was. But the Enneagram is really making a comeback right now. People are talking about it and writing books about it and stuff like that. So I think it's just fun, and it's fun when you're talking. Thank you, Lorraine, for saying you'll read it. It's fun when you have people that are reading it and you can talk about it. And there's also podcasts. So like the Enneacast, and that one's really good. And then there's the same people that do that wrote the Road Back to You. Have their own podcasts about it also. So anyways, so we got way off track with the Enneagram, but
that's okay.
I got really excited because I always get excited about the Enneagram. But I think we should do a whole thing on it sometime.
Do it.
Yeah, maybe next week. I don't know, but that won't give people a chance to read it yet.
Yeah.
Or listen to podcasts.
Right. I think we're going to do our financial story next week.
You want to do that next week? I'll be really tired next week, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll still do live. We'll still be live next week, but yeah, I'll be getting in from our show.
Yeah. We have a really cool financial debt-free history.
Yeah. Hyde Pryor Homestead. Yeah, we
should probably write all that down so we don't forget anything.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been a while too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just we feel.
That's funny.
We have I think the reason why we started our YouTube channel, really the reason I think we started Farm Life Outfitters 3 years ago, was basically to, I think the Lord was providing us a platform just to share Him with people. And so through different experiences that we've gone through, like He's just leading us to share more about that, and it's all been about Him. So, yeah. So I don't know what else to say about that, but maybe we can do that.
We can share it next week.
We won't get into that tonight. Yeah. But we'll write that up so that we're not floundering next week, and we'll remember, because it's been a while and my memory's bad. Yeah. And I'm not quick on the draw because I'm a 5, so I need some some prepping for talks. But yeah. Do you have anything else? I think I've already said what videos we're doing this week. And yeah, I hope to have the meetup video from yesterday. I hope to have that up tomorrow. So check back on our channel tomorrow for that. Yes, it is a long journey for most people. That's true. But it was so cool too because I get really excited about debt-free stuff too. Like we're big Dave Ramsey fans, and really I think studying. Well, I'm not going to get into that. We'll talk about that next week. Not we'll talk about it tonight. But yesterday at the meetup, when we were talking to, was it Honest Open Permaculture?
Yeah.
And they were, yes, it was. They were talking, him and his wife were talking about getting out of debt and all the different like things that they were doing to get out of debt, and then also what they were planning on doing next after they were out of debt. And I was like, I get excited when people start talking about getting out of debt, you know, like it just frees up so much of your life, your resources, your, you know, your time, everything when you're out of debt. So I get really excited about stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of homesteaders are on the same. Yeah, frees up your emotions too. That's true. And you know, I keep wanting to get into this, but it's not time. But I was just going to say too that like it still probably is. I remember reading, you know, before that, the number one cause for divorce is financial issues, and that's so. I mean, like, duh, you know what I mean? Like that's just one of those things that's so hard in marriages, especially if you were brought up different ways, which is something that we were. And we won't talk about that right now. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next thing.
You keep saying that.
We will, and we're going to go because it is 10:03, and I'm really tired. I took a really long nap today. This is the 5 in me also, is that we spent the entire day yesterday, talking to people. And like on the way home, I fell asleep like 7 times on the way home last night. I counted how many times I fell asleep. I fell asleep 7 times because I was absolutely out of my mind, exhausted just from peopling all day yesterday. And then this morning we went to the market and we were peopling for another half day. Like woke up, this is what we do for half of the day today. And I said on my Insta stories today, I said, you know what the first words out of my mouth were this morning to Adam? I'm going to take a nap today. I dare someone to stop me. Because I was like, you know, it's going to happen. I got to take a nap. And I did. And it was glorious. Me and Travis slept for 1.5 hours today. And I never take a nap like that. And it was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being our moderator tonight and jumping in here when we had some ugly, rude people. So I appreciate that, and for all the interaction. And yeah, you have anything to say?
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.